We're going to space.
Whole hullabaloo about you, man, and this mess you got going.
I would take an axe to a couple people's heads. I mean, I would go barbarian.
To a couple robots?
No,
Because
to
that's
maybe
really...
like a town, like Oblivion style.
Whoa, no, you just...
Sir, we're talking about robots.
Scabies is a that's also a staple of white culture.
Y'all some nasty niggas, bro.
Is that white culture?
I believe
Y'all can
scabies,
keep that shit.
Dirty.
But the black people, they smoke the weed and they get too relaxed.
I'm not getting taken down by no British cops.
Is this true, Don Juice? Is this true? You know the foreign affairs. Is this true?
It's propaganda. Just saying.
Hello, friends, fiends, everybody in between. We are here with another rambunctious episode.
Bro.
I don't have keys.
We hear
Keys,
some
keys,
shit, bro.
keys.
Yeah, give us your designated driver's keys.
That's a song. I think Future's on it.
Mexican bad.
I got the
Designated
keys.
driver? Oh, that song.
Yeah, it's a DJ Khaled song,
Yeah, that's
technically.
DJ Khaled on there.
It's DJ
I said I
Khaled.
think Future's on
Future
it.
is
I
on
didn't
it.
say
You
it was
weren't
That's
Future's
Khaled
song.
and Jay-Z. He just does the hook.
Oh.
Get the keys.
I mean, okay, yeah. So like,
It's a
it's
banger.
it's the key episode. This time we're unlocking doors. It's been kind of a slow news week, so that's fun. We've had to dig. We've gotten very rambunctious here tonight. We've DJ just put on headphones. Hopefully they work this time.
Yeah.
So, this is a weird circle this time. The way I got to do it.
Christ, come on.
I got the head
Put
honcho
it together.
to my left
Holy shit.
in the red sweater.
Bro, I'm trying to figure it out all night who you look like since you done grown your facial hair out.
Okay.
Why you look like a off-brand Josh Hartnett?
Who? I don't know who that is.
Man, he doesn't look like Josh Hartnett.
Black Heart down, bro.
Black Hawk.
Oh no!
Black Hawk down. No.
Like, just imagine AJ with darker hair.
Like black, dyed black.
I can see it, bro.
I don't know, dude. I don't see it.
I see it, bro.
He look like Josh Hartnett.
I see it, bro. It's not an insult. It's not an insult.
I don't know who
He looks
that
like
is.
Gunter Schmidt from the fucking...
Again, don't know who that is.
What?
Second division.
The bitch I look like everybody.
No, he was probably in some Nazi camp.
Son of
That's what I was
Goebbels.
trying to get at.
I don't look like Goebbels at all. I don't even understand. Next we have straight out of prison. It looks like Brad with the new hairdo.
I look so aggressive.
You look more intimidating. I like it.
All right, cool.
I like that. You know, I appreciate it.
I'll keep it around for a little bit.
Yeah,
You like me with dreads fucking
it's BA
8
Brad.
years ago.
Oh,
Really?
damn. Are you trying
That's
to
right,
throw
you did bring that
shade?
up.
Are you trying to throw shade?
No,
No,
dead
I had
ass.
mine-
He has dreads.
I had mine braided back. I did that. I mean, I had my whole head done.
Oh.
That's no shade. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, he's talked
I'm
about
not
this.
trying to be petty.
He's talked about this before.
We got
Zap with the side eye.
we got
You
Daddy.
want to start shit.
No.
Could have cut that with a butter knife.
No.
No shit starting tonight. We got the daddy here.
Yeah.
Daddy!
What's up? Daddy's in the house. Good to be back.
You're good to be back,
Yeah, I mean it's good to be back.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel great that you're here. The energy here is amazing.
We were just talking. Dude, I lost it earlier when you were talking about Goebbels, dude.
Hell,
We're on a podcast and you're talking about
just-
you having to defend claims of Goebbels
No,
being
I
your
just
father.
I don't look like
I don't know. To me, that's
Goebbels.
funny shit.
I don't look like Goebbels. That's all I'm saying.
Who?
Joseph Goebbels.
No need to. See,
His great grandpa.
Yeah, tell us about your grandpa.
no need to go down there.
Like my family's French.
Yeah, he's a Frenchman.
I'm French. Look at me. Look at the way my mustache grows.
Yes.
I
I'm
don't see
French.
shit,
Not
dog.
real at
Yeah.
all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just see a bunch of bumps on your lips.
That's rude.
How dare you call out his bumps?
I still love
My
you, man.
lovely lady lumps.
Respect this man's lips.
I'm out of chapstick though. I had some generic chapstick.
Shit,
They
me too.
have-
It's cold. It got
Prescription
cold
chapsticks?
overnight. It
What
got
is
cold
it get
overnight.
cold?
You mean like off-brand
What do you mean it
chapstick?
got
Yeah, like
cold
CVS
overnight?
Great
chapstick
value?
or something.
What,
It
frozen
was
in
great
your car?
value.
Is
Yeah.
that your chapstick?
What do you mean it got
Yeah.
cold overnight? That's
You
a
put it in
good
the
thing. You don't want it to
refrigerator?
get
Like,
hot.
what did you
It
But
was
like it
crisp?
got dry, it got crisp. Yeah, so my lips they got ashy, and like I don't appreciate
Why didn't you
that.
just
Wait,
put
what
it in
kind
your
of
drawer?
I don't
chapstick
understand
do you
what you're
use?
talking
I
about.
have no idea. What?
You
It
mean
varies depending on
did
what's
you use it or
readily
did you not
available.
use it? Like
It's gone. I have no idea where it is.
you
You
said
should
it,
get Blistex.
Like
Get
you
the
wanna
finger
run me,
one.
You
You
want to
dip
run me
it
by
in
the
with your
fucking
finger.
store so I can get some Blistex?
use
Oh,
Carmex
okay.
like a real nigga.
Nah, the blue one, right?
Yeah.
The blue one. I know what you're
Carmex
talking
is
about.
Exactly.
Nah,
So we got-
Blistex is where it's at.
Exactly.
We got
That's
Bro
what real niggas
Hamilton
use.
here.
Squat.
Yeah. Once again.
You gonna give me a better intro than this, you son of a bitch.
What do you want? You know what you got tailored for this?
Just work on it.
The man, the legend, the medical professional.
Hey, don't be putting that shit out there.
You say it every podcast. Every
not-
chance you
Ladies,
get.
I'm in the
I'm not a
medical
medical
field.
professional.
I'm gonna pull up a whole show of like at least 10 minutes of you just saying as a medical professional.
All right,
You have
that's
10 minutes of that?
compilation
that's
on
not
YouTube.
a thing.
No.
And ladies, add me at the Bitter Broham at Instagram.
The bitter
Yeah.
broham. It
Here
sounds like
it is.
every time.
Dude,
Here
steer
it is.
clear.
The bitter
It
broham.
did sound like bitter bro the first time. Man.
You can shut
Tragic.
up.
Hey man, I'm trying to be a lawyer.
Don't do that.
That's a good name.
Bitter bro.
Yeah, bitter broham. I like
I
it.
should do
Yeah,
a
do it for
segment
the
where I
fall.
just rant on shit that pisses me off.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's, like,
jacket.
it's not mine. It's his.
Wow.
I think he just doesn't like.
Wow,
because
way to
you're
talk.
in
Way
it.
to talk shit
It's a
about
nice
the hands.
jacket. It's just that you're wearing it.
See,
That's
Ooh,
rude.
nice comment.
That
Nice.
haircut.
I'm a
That's a good
scientist.
save.
I haven't gotten my hair cut in like 2 months.
That part is very clean. Almost too clean. Like clean enough to be like military.
Of pure Aryan blood.
Did you put pomade in there?
I did put pomade in my hair
That's what
yesterday.
What kind of comb you using for
That
that
looks
shit?
pretty good.
bro?
For real.
It's a decent sized cone.
No. But the magic behind it.
You know, it takes work.
It's red. black,
Work
and
will
white.
set you free. So
I
next we
didn't
got
say it. I didn't say it.
last but not least, we got the dandiest space boy around.
Howdy. You.
Yeah,
All of
Work
you.
on that. You've said that before.
yeah.
Whoa.
Not
Whoa.
you.
No, he's trying-
Not
Oh.
you.
I was
Him.
going to say, I say howdy, but that's just how
No,
I
he
say.
goes.
He just got a few preset things.
Yeah, I'm an
and that's
NPC.
it. Yeah. That's all he's got.
That's it.
out of steam.
That's okay.
So it's been a big couple of weeks for the criminal justice system. You know, here in Florida, felons got the right to vote again, and
Good for them.
yeah, you know, like shouts
Clap
out.
it up. Clap it up.
And this week, Trump has endorsed a bipartisan criminal justice reform bill that it changes the laws with the mandatory minimum sentencing, which I've always seen as kind of predatory anyway, mandatory minimums. I know it with the 3 strikes law, it minimizes it down from life to 25 years. And I think, Neil, you know, no.
Nope.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Oh, you poor man.
No, I do. I do.
Okay, so Trump also said like he's really trying to go bipartisan with this. He's trying to work across all aisles here, and
There's only
make
one,
stuff
but yes.
happen. I guess
Only one
there's
aisle.
one aisle. But
There's only one.
Okay.
so
I just wanted to point it out there. It's not misleading people and think
Look,
it's more
man.
than one.
there could be like 3 aisles.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a grocery store?
All right, just keep going.
Yes, you don't.
So Trump officially endorsed what's called the First Step Act, which he said included reasonable sentencing reforms while keeping dangerous and violent criminals off of our streets.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bet.
I'm with it.
Let's see. I mean, let's see what happens, right? Is it talk is cheap?
Yeah, and
I'd like for him. I'd like for him to actually do something about it because that'd be cool.
yeah, you want to see how it actually plays out over time. It's also keeping in the Obama era, differentiating between crack cocaine and powder cocaine, because that was kind of predatory as well, because it's essentially the same drug, just one's set up to smoke.
It's got a baking soda in it too. Yeah.
Or ammonia, depending on how you
That's a good point.
All right, you don't have to go into this whole
Detail.
smoke rock with us.
If you're a fentanyl dealer, it also don't apply to you, because if these rules, any change to the law, if you get caught selling fentanyl, this doesn't apply to you.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, you basically if you're selling cocaine versus you getting caught selling anything with fentanyl in it, you're gonna get more trouble with the fentanyl.
Oh, okay, I guess what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
For
yeah.
sure, man. That shit's not good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
This don't apply to you at all if you get caught fentanyl.
Fentanyl, that's the shit that killed MJ.
And relatively, recently he
Killed
did
a lot of
the Opioid Act, which expanded Medicaid to cover methadone treatment and Medicare to kind of cover it.
Yeah, like rural areas.
Yeah.
Wait, Trump did that?
Yeah, Trump did that with the opioid crisis.
That's a good move.
So
It is.
yeah,
Let's see how it plays out.
yeah, you want to see how everything actually happens in real life.
I mean, I would hold any president to that standard to see if their shit plays out. So.
Well, obviously, but
But I don't think a lot of people think like that anymore. A lot of people just find some either way to just blindly praise it or a way to just blindly criticize it.
And that's the big thing, is because this is the mandatory minimums have been a big discussion as far as why our incarceration rate is so high.
Yeah.
For decades now, and I don't necessarily agree with it, because things are the very case by case.
Correct.
So
Yeah, I'm with you there.
at least to lower it, to be able to look at it differently is better. And with the 3 strikes thing, that's weird. People, and where does that apply? California.
I know California. There's a pretty famous Supreme Court case, Ewing versus California, where they talk about whether that 3 strike shit is a violation of the 8th Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment, because this dude it was more than 3 strikes he had, but he pretty much was just a constant burglar and kind of peace disturber and shit like that. It was a black dude. So I guess he stole some golf clubs and did a couple other things, and he got 3 strikes, but they were all non-violent things. And he still got put away under the 3 strike. It wasn't a 8th Amendment cruel and unusual punishment violation. So that was pretty, I think it is still good standing law. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably missing some shit, but that's pretty much the main gist of the case.
Well, I guess with this one, it's specifically. I haven't read through the entire wording of it, but it's specifically painted that violent felons won't get reduced sentences.
Yeah,
So
honestly, I even said it last
that's
time.
fair.
That shit with I would have been. Although the Fourth Amendment thing passed here, or Amendment 4 rather. I think it should have been expanded to include more violent felons. I think it was just murderers, right?
I'm not sure. I didn't read that one.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I was iffy about it with.
Yeah, but still,
whatever.
as I said last week, how what can
I
they
think
really
people.
vote
I mean, I
on
think
that's
it's
going to help them.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's a good thing to do. I just think it was a little more inclusive to cover more violent felons. That was it.
So, you guys remember that whole Stormy Daniels thing that happened with Trump and her lawyer, who was very outspoken against Trump and trying to sue everybody. Michael Avenatti, is that how you pronounce that name?
Yeah.
I'm not Italian.
Nobody at this damn table is Italian. Not that I know of.
So I guess 3 days ago, this man was arrested in what police described as felony domestic violence. But
what makes it felony? That burp though. What makes it felony domestic violence?
it doesn't really say. But
What, as opposed to what? Like it's just a. I don't think there's like a misdemeanor domestic violence. I think people just say felony to make it to say that it's a felony charge.
and if you look at domestic
I might be
violence
wrong, but
on the Orange, at least on Orange County Clerk of Courts is its own thing. Like, you know how you can see where it's like a misdemeanor, felony, or traffic or whatever. It says domestic violence. It's a particular type of suit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what what the difference is, but I guess they're trying to say that it's more of like a political thing that this is happening, and his ex-wives, both of his ex-wives, both of them say that they were not the ones who were the victim, and they said that he was never abusive to them. So like, even though like he might be like coming after Trump and all that, you got to give him the same credit you give any of these other guys. Do you think he beat somebody, or do you think this is him getting dragged in the mud by somebody Trump affiliated?
Honestly, this whole shit came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
This shit just.
I don't even know if this is necessarily an affiliation.
I don't even know
think
what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this shit, but from what I can tell, this girl might be. This girl may or may not be lying. I'm gonna hold Avenatti the same standard I'd hold any guy to, which is let's see some evidence, you know.
And this guy, this is the same guy that was trying to take on like everybody in this whole like Trump sexual assault thing. He was trying to go after anybody he could, and I don't know, man. I just don't trust people who are like overly trying to go after like for women's rights and shit. They're all the guys that are doing that. There's always an ulterior motive.
You see that is also a thing. So that could. That's why. But it's like you still gotta like walk the line.
Yeah,
that's the thing about it.
We're gonna see how this plays out, but it could be some crazy, like
that'd be some shit
into
though.
the investigation. Trump's wild. You never know what he's gonna do. So, shouts out to Avenatti. Hope you're not
Illuminati.
Hope you're not beating your wives.
Some shotties through your body.
So y'all know my biggest fear in the ocean, right? Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, don't start with this bullshit.
How do we get back here?
So
Chicken.
These segues are great.
Fucking chicken.
Alright, we're done with this fucking Avenatti asshole. On to the Dolphins.
Same thing.
His fear is legitimate, but it's the
No,
reasoning
it's
behind
not
it.
legitimate.
No, but I said it's the reasoning behind it.
Okay, so
It's
dolphins
the message,
will rape you.
And
You just want to get raped.
that's it.
I
End of
don't want
story.
to get raped.
Dolphins aren't
That's
gonna rape you.
counter.
Why can't they just
intuitive.
rescue you?
Why would they do that? They're
They've
Why
Why
do
do
been
they
known
have to
rescue
want something
people.
from you?
because that's what they do.
They're dolphins.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
That's my point exactly. So
Put this
I
man
don't-
in the scenario. I want to see it play out.
I don't particularly care for dolphins. I think we should leave them, let them have their domain over the sea, and that's not our place to take over. That's one place that Manifest Destiny should never go, is to the sea. That's the dolphins. But I guess the war has come to the
Big
beaches
dolphin court.
because on Manhattan Beach in California, a dolphin was found shot to death.
Wait, Manhattan Beach in California?
Manhattan Beach.
Is that
California.
In
is
California,
That
Yes.
the dolphin was shot.
Yes.
He's
to
a
death.
dude.
Death.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Marine Animal Rescue of El Segundo
Was it
posted
Was
a
the dolphin-
$5,000 reward to their Facebook page on Friday after a.
That's it? 5,000?
I mean,
They want to know who shot
Dolphins
the
aren't
dolphin.
more
though.
than these. They're not worth
But
more
it's
than
not.
$5,000.
Dude, if someone's shooting a dolphin, I'm gonna need more than 5,000.
Well, hold
I'm trying
on.
to talk.
Why
How
did
do
you
you
shoot
know?
the dolphin? and you
But
didn't
wait, we need
process
more
the meat?
context because how did
Like,
How do you know it
the
wasn't like
dolphin
my
might
You
have
should have
fear?
sold it to fucking
It might have been
Chicken of the Sea
self-defense.
or some shit.
Yeah, that could
Star
have.
Kiss.
I think it was self-defense.
It could have
Okay.
been self-defense. How do you
Alright.
know that dolphin didn't swim up on them
nah.
and they where they got the
I mean,
heat?
you don't.
He's an anthropomorphic dolphin.
that's like saying like a a stray cat walked up on you, so you just shot it a
No, that's not.
No,
that's
a dolphin
that's
is
not
way
what I'm
bigger
saying.
and more powerful.
Yeah,
than
I
a
know,
stray
but you have to
cat.
be deep in the water for the dolphin to even get you. Like, I feel like the dolphin had no say in this.
Dolphins
this
ain't
shooting.
dumb. The dolphin was on the beach.
It's not a
The
great white.
dolphin
got shot.
somehow
You see a
got
great white,
somewhere
then
to
you
get
start
shot.
busting caps. But a dolphin, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Dude,
the
Flipper,
person,
bro.
but
You
then
ever seen
again,
Flipper?
how about this? Maybe the person thought that they would go fishing and they tried to shoot in the water.
What?
Just try to fish.
What were
Because
they?
maybe they were just a stupid person and they just did
Using
that.
guns?
And then they
What if the dolphin
shot the dolphin.
was just on his way to the store?
Oh,
on
it
his
sounds
way
all
back
too
home.
familiar.
He just got gunned down.
He had an Arizona tea.
Oh, we knew it was coming.
AJ,
We knew it
inappropriate.
was coming.
That's inappropriate, AJ. Please stop.
Oh man! So the founder of the rescue group that grabbed him, he said it was just a vicious act of brutality, right?
Wow.
And but I don't know why I laugh at this, but the quote that stuck out to me was, "I've seen sea lions shot, but never had a dolphin."
What?
New technology.
Fuck those sea lions.
Wait.
Technology.
Run that back. Let him finish that.
So there's
What?
no outrage about the sea lions.
Nah.
No one cares about the sea lions. Is
There's
that what
no
they're
outrage
saying?
about sea cats,
No.
but
But
fucking-
these
No,
dolphins,
they're
bro.
assholes. They're assholes.
Because they're people. But so it says, "I've had sea lions shot, but never had a dolphin.
That sound like a
But
kid.
maybe the dolphins have drifted back into the ocean. We don't know."
Wait.
Like that sounds like some shit Trump would say.
It does.
Wait.
they
you
drifted
lost
back
me
into
halfway
the
through.
ocean. What?
The
Always had
dead
a
dolphin?
conflict.
That's where they live in the ocean.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Which
Drifted
dolphin?
Is he
back?
going home?
The dead dolphins that have been shot that he's never encountered.
Wait.
Is,
Oh,
I think is what he's trying to say.
Maybe they drifted
They just
back into the
dissolved
ocean.
back into the sea, which they came.
Wow.
Yeah, from whence they came.
So
That is some silly shit.
so real talk, like,
Real talk.
would you shoot a dolphin if you felt threatened?
No.
You're the only person at this table that's okay with this idea.
I don't. You wouldn't.
Why
You
would
wouldn't
Yeah,
eat a
of course.
dolphin?
Like, yeah, if the dolphin was trying to come up on me and try to kill, if I
They're
thought he was trying to kill
intelligent,
me,
they're-
But the
yeah, I'll
dolphin
fucking
was-
shoot
they're
it.
What
strong.
are you doing to the dolphin?
If the dolphin was
No.
going about its own business,
I mean, now
But
we're
that's
getting
just-
fact specific.
Yeah.
it's just racist, AJ.
Exactly. There has to be specific.
I'm just saying, if I'm feeling threatened to the point
Look,
where
if
my life
that
is threatened, I'm
dolphin
saying,
comes
in
inside
Why
my
do you have a
ground.
gun in the ocean?
I'm just saying,
That's a real
in any
question.
circumstance, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you're right. Why do I have a gun in the ocean? Yes, we can. Right, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I'm just saying, in any circumstance, it doesn't need to be a gun. I'd kill a dolphin if I thought it was trying to threaten me.
With your bare hands?
Yes.
I don't know, whatever's around. I'd try to kill it.
Yeah,
you know?
strangle his beak.
I'm not saying I'll be successful.
That beaky nose.
Yeah, whatever's around, dude. You know,
I
you can
mean-
grab a piece of seaweed, choke them out.
I get that, but you're not gonna win that fight.
I don't know.
feel
You don't
like.
know that.
He's
You
on
don't know
call with
that.
the Dolphins.
I'm gonna
They-
fuck that
I feel
dolphin
like
out
you'd
alone.
probably have to poke its eye out or something.
Don't worry, Daddy'll poke it out.
That's what they tell you to do if you're attacked by a shark, is to poke the shark in the eye, that way the shark lets you go.
No, this isn't the forest, man.
I've heard the shark eye thing doesn't actually work.
Wait, like trying to punch
Stabbing
him
them in the
Oh
eye.
no, maybe it's the
Like
maybe
you-
it's the punching him in the nose that I'm thinking about.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that
because I would
probably-
assume
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
could
punch him
you
in the
try to-
nose.
I feel like you stab anything
Right
in
where
its
his,
eye. That's
right where his
just-
fucking
I'm
That's
mouth
gonna be
thinking
is.
inconvenient.
Yeah, go ahead and punch him in the nose.
you just beat the shit out of some shark.
Yeah, you're bitten off from the elbow down.
Man,
Wow.
I am so terrified of the ocean.
Don't be.
mostly them
The
dolphins.
ocean is a beautiful place. Once again, I'm just going to reiterate. People want to go to space and shit, but we haven't even figured out everything that's in the ocean. Like, that's
because
on
it's the
our
dolphins'
planet.
Zeb,
It's
domain.
most
I'm gonna
of
ask
our
you this.
planet is
it's
ocean.
not ours. It's the
Majority of our planet.
Oh, trigger.
dolphins. And the
is
dolphins
ocean.
own
She's
that.
right. She's
That
right.
means, why don't we figure out our own shit first?
You want us to take it over from the dolphins?
I feel like we
Get that
could
oil?
totally take it
Manifest
over.
All right,
Destiny.
Get that
yeah,
sea oil?
this is taking a political turn.
We're going
I did not
manifest
intend
destiny on the
We
dolphins,
need to
according to
go
Zav.
manifest destiny on the ocean in
Zav.
general.
that. But, all right,
heard it
I
here
agree,
first,
I agree with you.
y'all.
I agree with you. But
Thank you.
did you see Deep Blue Sea?
Yes,
I did
with
see
They
Deep Blue
fucking
Sea.
ate him.
LL Cool J.
Those
They-
were
LL Cool J
Wait,
survived.
but
Hey,
LL
those
Cool
were
J was
Samuel L.
the
Jackson.
music
those were
director
genetically
of that movie.
engineered sharks. Those weren't even real sharks.
You remember that track? Remember that track? Deepest, bluest. My hand is like a shark's fin.
Yo, that was that gems. And
That's
then, like,
a banger.
and then, like the video where he fucking morphs. LL Cool J just
Yeah.
swimming like a shark. It's like, and then he turns into an actual shark. It's just like him.
It's animals.
And there's like they're on a boat and the fucking shark is plummeting through it and the dudes are on the violins like. Dun, 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 dun.
That just reminded me of an episode of SpongeBob.
Word,
When-
probably.
No, well,
LL
it
Cool J
wasn't a
worked on that
shark.
too.
Did he?
No.
Did it? It wasn't a shark. It was like a giant clam or some shit. And there was like some orchestra. And like Mr. Krabs, they were on a boat and he kept opening the door and the orchestra was playing. And the clam was coming. And then he would close it. And then the clam froze. That was a good episode.
Is SpongeBob even on the air anymore?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think it's syndicated,
It
isn't
has
it?
another year or two. They said they're gonna cancel it.
There's,
That's
wait,
so
They're
there's
making
weird
new episodes?
Yeah, I believe they are still making.
Show
new
No
was on since I
fucking
was
way.
4.
It was 99 when it first came out.
Yeah, it's fucking
Wait,
nuts.
what?
Yeah, SpongeBob's been around since 99.
but it's still on.
If I remember correctly, they're
Shit.
canceling in like 1 or 2 seasons.
Have you guys seen the new season of South Park?
I've seen.
No.
Yeah, I've seen Man Bear Pig.
Dude,
You're
Man
right.
Bear Pig.
He's right.
Isn't
It's
that
still
old?
on.
That South Park, the last
No, there's a new-
their last like
there's a new
6
Man
or
Bear
7
Pig episode.
seasons
There's
have
a
been
new
booming.
Man Bear Pig episode?
There's
wow.
2 new Man Bear Pig episodes.
Wow.
Wow.
Check it out. I'm
I'm
not
so
going to
serial,
spoil
you
it for
guys.
y'all,
I'm
but
so
Al
serial.
Gore's back and
Very
he's
serial.
better than ever.
They brought Man Bear Pig back.
Not back into reality. Yeah, you gotta make.
Okay, I don't know what he means by that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he's back in the
Just-
show, which
just
is their
watch the
reality.
show.
Yeah,
He wasn't in the show before. When the first with Al Gore, he wasn't real. They like got trapped in a cave, and then in the Imagination
That's
Land
right,
episode, he came
yeah.
from the Imagination
Okay.
Stargate.
Yeah, I know. What
So
you're
now
talking
there's a real Man Bear Pig, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
He's canon now, basically, is what he's saying.
yeah.
Wow.
And I guess like I saw some article where it's like, and I mean it really is what it is that because they were apologizing for denying global warming before, essentially was what it was because remember Man Bear Pig was just global warming,
Mm-hmm.
but Al Gore making movies and
You have 2 layers of stripes.
I do.
Waluigi.
I do.
oh shit.
Oreo and
He's bi. Yo, he's bi.
I'm the
trans, bro.
The young one, yeah,
Why do
Waluigi.
you,
I'm
are you wearing the
one.
trans flag?
Waluigi.
Just, nah.
Waluigi.
Nah. The other stripes.
So if you deal a lot of cocaine, your major unit of measurement is going to actually be changing the way it is measured.
Was that your transition?
Yeah.
The way you started it off kind of like the Pina Colada song. Just a little bit.
If you
If you like doing cocaine. I'm like, slow that down there, man.
So I guess for about 130 years or so, La Grande K, which is a cylinder of platinum iridium metal, has been the standard for what a kilogram fucking.
It's like grandma used to make.
Yeah.
That iridium.
Silver, platinum, iridium.
It's essentially been what a kilogram is based off of, and
A whole Kevin Garnett.
originally a kilogram was supposed to be how much a liter of water weighed.
Correct.
So that's some interesting metric for you. But now, and I really still don't quite understand how this is going to work, but they're going to redefine how the kilogram is measured by essentially how much electricity it holds.
How much electricity does 1 kilo of cocaine hold?
I don't know.
Well, figure it out.
Yeah,
Google
dude.
it.
Come on,
Figure
genius.
the fuck
You got
out.
the internet at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Ask some questions in the comment
Do
section.
you really
Come
think
on.
that's a,
I
Come
think you
on,
might get
Jack
you might get
Jockey.
zucked.
Get to the point.
So I guess the point of it is that all the other units of measurement were able to go down to a fundamental constant, and the kilogram was not able to do that. It was more of something that was a human physical perceived thing.
Quantifiable.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's a
now
good word.
So now the math adds up to it.
So am I getting more or less cocaine?
That's
The weight-
basically what it boils down.
The
to.
weight is staying the same. Everything I've read about it has
So
essentially just been like explaining a bunch of fucking history of the kilogram, and it's really hard to make sense of it because I guess they're called metrologists, the guys that study the units of measurement.
So it adds nothing to my cocaine.
It neither adds nor takes away. It just changes the way that kilogram is measured scientifically.
That's
So
fucking nerd.
Sad.
the fuck was this about?
I mean,
learn
it's actually a milestone in science history.
This is
Really,
a fast-paced episode.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like
I just
mean-
wanted to know if I got more fucking cocaine. It doesn't give more fucking cocaine. What the fuck is that even? Like, literally, though.
Great story, AJ.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
It's like,
Thanks
that
for
was,
knowing.
that was
Yeah,
a story,
pal.
I thought that story would have went
Buster.
went a totally different way, and it didn't, bro.
well,
Boo.
I kept you on your toes.
I mean, you did, but then it ended like that.
Yeah, no more cocaine.
AJ,
no
I give
less
your
cocaine.
story a 5 out of 5 stars.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm an Uber driver now.
Nah.
No
Nah,
Uber
you be
driver.
Lyft, nigga.
Nah, you definitely.
I've never
you
taken
definitely
a lift.
driver.
He'll be Third Reich automobiles.
I've never. I don't see why you keep thinking I'm a Nazi.
Only driving Volkswagen.
Your Fuhrer has arrived.
yeah, the Volkswagen is a people's car.
Oh my god.
That nigga pull up in a Jetta.
Don't check the ashtray.
I'm not even of German ethnicity at all.
Man, the Germans went into France. We all know what happened there.
Be good, baby.
Pull up in a Jetta Blast and 99 Noof balloons.
That balloon song? 99 balloons?
99,
That's a jam, though.
Exactly. Something only your people would say.
It's lit
He's
something.
like, yo, why's all these suitcases in here? Who you taking the... Who you dropping off? He's like, don't mind those. Don't mind those.
Oh no.
Just get in. Gotta go.
Look, hey, if I
So
were
it's
to do
devolved
Uber,
quickly.
if I were to do Uber,
Straight
there would be
downhill.
nothing but hand sanitizer and candies in my back seat. Because it
Sounds
gets
like a deadly
tips.
combination.
It
Yeah,
does.
throw some sandy, get some candy.
Exactly.
I've been in some nice ass Ubers with fucking dudes had like full snack bar and shit.
Yeah,
I've
water
seen
bottles.
people-
Gatorade, water, all kinds of
I've
stuff.
seen people they just put like a little sign, tips welcome, on the back of the,
On the back of
It's a
seat.
no.
on the back of
tip.
the
Yeah, let's start offering some goodies, you know?
Yeah,
if
well,
they
no,
offer a
like
couple
phone
goodies, I'll tip them.
chargers,
Yeah, phone chargers,
Yeah.
snacks, water, hydration, water, shit.
Skittles.
Then you get a tip.
What
Shut
about
up.
talking? Is that needed?
No,
Don't
I
tell me your
prefer they
life
don't
story.
talk
Why
Huh?
Skittles?
Skittles?
because Skittles are delicious.
What about music choice? What if they're blasting?
No, here's the thing. I
It
don't
should be
care
your choice.
about.
You should be.
Russ,
It's your choice.
Correct,
It's always
your
your
choice.
choice, right? But like, I don't like to because when I drive, I feel like if I'm listening to a music that I don't listen to, like I drive worse. So like, I feel like if I'm getting into some other person's
That's
car,
why you won't be a 5-star Uber driver, bro.
Well, no, if I'm getting into somebody's car and they're gonna drive me somewhere, I'm going to, like they always ask me like, "Oh, is the music okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's fine." No matter what it is, because like I want them to be comfortable more than anything, because that's going to ensure that I get to my spot
No, fuck
safely.
them. I would.
No, I put
wanna die
headphones
on
in.
the
No, I get what you're saying. Then
I
I
put
get what you're
headphones
saying.
in. Fuck them. Exactly. I don't want to hear them because they'll try to talk to me. One time I did have. He was an Ethiopian guy. His name was Alazar.
I love how
Alazar?
How do you know he's
Sound like a
Ethiopian?
rapper.
Like
He
Al,
told me.
Like Alhazar?
Yeah, he told me that he was Ethiopian, and
Okay.
he was
How
like,
drunk were you?
He's like, full
I was
disclosure.
sober. It was like fucking 7:00 in the morning. I was going to remodel a home. Anyway, Alizar.
Some Nazi code.
No, it does get into Nazi code. So Alizar,
Sure it does. I'm sure it does.
he's like talking to me. He's like a skinny, like light skinned dude from Ethiopia with like I don't know if his teeth were fake, but they were like really large and imposing when he talked. And
Probably
he's
not.
like, and all I remember of him is he kept up conversation, but he was like, "Oh, I have very, very open mind. Look at what I'm reading." And he opens the center console and he pulls out a paperback edition of Mein Kampf. I'm like, he's like, "I have a very open mind." I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, you do."
Why didn't you should have immediately
Hey, I'm going to
dumped
charge
him
you for this
down?
ride, okay? Just let you know
Just between
that.
us.
Just come
This
to a
is a free
meeting.
ride.
Since we
Between me and
boys.
you, yeah,
Mein Führer.
No.
okay.
That's
Oh,
a
Führer, mein
zero
Führer.
Flashes him the side, and he's just like,
I know you know what's up.
I know you saw Dead Poet Society in German.
not in German. No.
it's like Das Juden.
Yeah.
Juden.
Oh, Führer, mein Führer. Ha.
I did not do that. No. I've only seen Dead Poets Society like once. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Yeah, great
Yeah,
man.
way to bring the episode down.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks.
great man.
Thanks, AJ.
So
Great host.
to bring it back up to our favorite registered
The
sex
clip is to
offender.
pipe it up.
Not registered anymore.
Is he not
He's
registered?
anymore.
Are you talking about
He
69?
beat that charge.
69.
Are you talking about
he
the
beat it?
He beat
69?
that
Oh,
charge. yeah.
fucking.
He
Well,
beat the
I thought
charge?
he been beat that
I
shit.
saw
Nah,
he
he
made a
didn't.
post. He was yelling about
69
how
beat
he
it?
fired
He did.
everybody.
He fired
He's
everybody.
got
Exactly.
probation.
Because they was fucking with his money.
Were they setting him up to get shot? Maybe.
He did get. He has gotten shot at twice now. Am I? Once
Yeah,
with
twice.
50?
Twice.
I
Once
mean,
with
how
50
like how
And
do
then
people
once
keep
with
finding
Yeezy.
you?
Yeah.
And his manager got shot at.
Treyway.
Troy.
Trey. Sorry.
So yeah, I guess little Danny, he's canceled his whole U.S. tour and fired everybody. He was on Instagram, yelling and
As usual.
There never was a U.S. tour.
There was never years because first of all, this nigga he done said he was coming to Florida 2 times this year. 2 times this year. Guess what? He didn't come.
He's been blackballed.
One.
Them wasn't legit. Those wasn't
Man.
legit bookings.
One.
Those
And
were
then,
janky
but
books.
see,
What was
the
the
thing
venue?
is
Where was he
like I've
supposed to
noticed.
perform?
I noticed that he hasn't that's happened at different cities too because I look in the comments sometimes on his post and be like, oh damn, he flaked on us and stuff. Like he don't never come to none of his US shows and it's fucking bullshit, bro. We want to go get lit, get hype at the damn 69 concert and we can't because they always get canceled. Boo.
And they gotta have an official concert first.
Yo, where was he supposed to perform here?
Salvation
well,
Army.
First, it was supposed to
Believable.
be back in April, and this was before he was even as big as
It was
he is
supposed to be at
now.
UCF, right?
No,
Yeah,
the
no,
that was
first
the
time
second.
Yeah.
The first time was at
the
Guilt.
second.
Ah.
It was gonna just be at Guilt, and it was like $22 for a fucking ticket.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then the second
There
time
was-
was at UCF,
There
but
was gonna be
then
no security at either one. Just
He should have played Guilt though. Lil Wayne did it.
well, he couldn't because then he had some bullshit going on in New York where he couldn't leave or
he
something.
got into another
That's when
shooting
the-
with some rapper
That's when
named
the shooting in the
Casanova.
Barclays happened.
Casanova Frankenstein.
Yeah, that shit.
It's
And
just
then
annoying.
they shut. They like, hey, you can't perform.
Well, that's upsetting. You can't.
Castle Frankenstein. What is that?
So, I mean, I'm not surprised that he canceled
From
his
Mystery
US tour,
Man.
but he needs to understand that, sir, you are an American, and your American fans would like to be able to participate.
Isn't he
in
Mexican?
that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this is America.
I
What
thought
are
he
you
was,
saying right now?
I thought he was
America.
Mexican.
Need to get rid of all the
He's
Mexicans.
American.
He's
Mexicans.
American. He was born in motherfucking America. He's American, bitch.
He's just a kid from the Bronx with rainbow colored hair who's got all these rappers.
He's
shit.
American.
Actually, yeah, that you just described it like the epitome of an American.
But he's
Some
not,
kid from the Bronx
he's
with
not from the
rainbow-colored
Bronx,
hair.
He's not from the Bronx.
I don't know where he's from.
DJ said he's from the Bronx. He's not from the Bronx.
Oh, he's from
Where's he
Brooklyn.
from?
He's from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever. All them New York niggas the same.
They're not
Mexican.
the same.
They're not. It's
It's
I
a
can I don't
fundamental
let niggas, but I
difference.
know they're not the same.
But they all wear
I never
Timberlands.
insulted
They all yell.
They say, "Hey, yo,
and they
mom."
all say my guy.
Hey, yo, mom.
So
Let me get a chopped cheese, my guy.
a chopped cheese. What exactly is a chopped cheese?
It's a cheese sandwich.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
bro.
a grilled
and
cheese.
they all say dead
Chopped
ass.
Is it grilled or is it
Yeah,
I mean, it
like?
has like
Is it
it's like a
just
sub.
on a griddle.
Yeah.
They just
Dead ass, my guy.
Steak and cheese.
Fuck New York.
Well, I get like a steak and cheese, but like, do you mean like they have like a grilled cheese, but it's not made with like regular bread? It's made with like what
Like
are
a
you saying
loaf.
exactly? It's on a loaf, like a hoagie or some shit. Like,
It
Ooh,
could be
that
on
sounds
any
yummy.
bread you want it to be on.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you make
wait,
This
would
is
they
a
put it
chopped
on
cheese?
You
sourdough?
trying to pinch off a loaf?
Yeah, they put it on these.
I'm just trying to figure
Do
out.
they
what the fuck
have-
a
they
chopped
have
cheese
sourdough?
is.
Yeah, I went. I had a chopped cheese bagel. with,
That
like-
does sound weird though. Chopped cheese.
Yeah, like what
It
the
is,
fuck
but
is
that's
a
how they
chopped
call it.
cheese?
It's like
Yeah.
a breakfast.
It's like a chopped piece of cheese.
Yeah,
What
no,
chopped
yeah, I know
up.
what
You
you're
gotta
talking
yell
about.
at
Chopped
them
cheese.
like,
They
yeah,
chop
I
a
want
chunk
a
off.
chopped
Say, yo, let me
cheese.
get 2
Yeah,
chopped.
Let me
here's
get
how
chopped
let me get.
cheese,
You gotta
my
say
guy.
let me get.
Yeah,
Let me get
chopped
some New
cheese.
York thing. That's what they say. Let me get X or Y. And let me get
2 chopped
this.
cheeses.
Let me
my
get a
guy.
Lucy and let me get a chopped cheese and a Lucy.
Lots of Lucy cigarettes.
Lots of
floating around
Lucy's, bro.
in New York.
Can you get one while you get the chopped cheese?
Oh,
Most
yeah, of
definitely.
course.
What's the street
get-
price
like,
there?
get-
Because their packs are like $10.
Maybe like 25 to 50 cents, depending on who you go
What?
to.
That's
is
cheap.
that?
So you took-
Maybe 50 cents.
so
There's
you,
a gas station here where you can get
Mystic
Lucy's
right
from.
now.
so you get your sandwich made while getting your Lucy cigarette.
You can get your sandwich made and get your whole fucking
Your chopped
grocery
cheese,
shopping done
you
there,
can get
dude.
your chopped cheese,
Get your lemon heads.
peaches.
Get your fucking sour straws, Brooklyn staple sour straws.
I like sour straws.
Sour straws are fucking
I don't know.
dope.
Yeah.
And still have
What do you
enough
mean?
money to get a Mr. Softy.
Do they have red ones?
Yeah.
The ice cream man.
I
got-
love a good old Mr.
I like the rainbow.
Softy.
I like the gay ones.
The gay ones?
The rainbow colored sour straws.
Rainbow softies?
Oh.
No,
No.
sour straws.
Oh.
Not even listening.
Sour straws.
Brad coming hard.
Sorry, my bad, man.
No, you straight, bro.
Yeah, I told you he's getting aggressive.
You think,
So-
you think about that chopped cheese.
Yeah, he's
Get
talking about
chopped
chopped
cheeses, my guy.
Yeah.
He's very aggressive.
Dead ass.
You seen that meme with the dude was it's like a vine, and the Spider-Man was like he's like yo pass the blunt, and he passed the blunt to him, and he's like they just got this little Spider-Man figurine holding the blunt. He goes, "Who the fuck is this nigga,
guy?
yo?"
Yeah, who
and
is
it's just
this
like
nigga?
it's just like him just doing New York shit. Like,
Yeah.
yo, you know where the cop buck from, my G? He goes, "Yeah, that's my- yo, check my dude over there, and it's just the Spider-Man figurine in Timberlands. He
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah.
"Who the fuck is this nigga?" And just keep progressing, and just fuck shit.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah,
actually.
it's like everybody's seen it. It's been
Yeah.
around.
All right, so in what I will call the dumbest news of the week.
It's the best news.
Yes.
Wait,
Wow.
Wait, is this-
You getting a boner?
Happy Toronto.
Yay.
Let's just
It's a
put this out here.
Canadian.
The whole time we've been recording,
Neil's been watching
we're
hockey.
watching fucking hockey.
he's been watching a hockey game.
Aggressively Canadian.
What is it, like 2-1? Is that what it is?
No. It was actually overtime. So
Oh, they
so
won.
sudden
So it
death.
was 4.
Yeah.
4 to 1. 4 to 3.
It was 2-1.
That's what's been going
Oh.
on in the background this whole recording.
Yeah. So it's game over right now.
Fucking Canadian ice games. So in dumber news than the Canadian ice games, we got
Insult.
we got Iggy Azalea, which is progressively looking more and more like Alien.
Like the alien or
Yeah, like Alien.
No, she's still saying
No, she long.
she's been looking like
she's been long.
She's very
She's been long, dog.
She's a very
She's been
elongated
like that.
figure.
Yeah.
And then you got
They call her Long Dong.
how do you pronounce Danielle Bergelli's name? Bad Baby.
Bad Bobby.
Bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bahad.
Bad.
From Jerusalem.
Bad
Bahad.
Yes,
it's bad.
she actually is technically.
Bad baby.
Bad behavior.
So I
can't
guess
stand either one.
she
I fucking can't.
she
Are they beefing?
they've been beefing over Instagram.
Why is she
and-
beefing with a child?
Look, man,
It's
gotta
a
get that
really
clout,
good
them clout
point
points back up.
because like
She bored.
If
Who's
Iggy ain't
beefing with
real,
a
if she was a
child?
real,
Iggy, no.
if she was real with this shit, she would have pulled down and like, I want to beat her ass, just to prove a point. Like,
yeah, get arrested
First
for
of all,
it. Like
hold on.
that's
I'm
how
a-
you know Iggy Azalea
I'm
ain't
gonna
about it.
reiterate. This
She's
is
not
it's
about
it's,
that life.
it's a child. She's fucking
Isn't
like
she
14
18 now?
No,
No!
she's 15.
No, she.
I
it's
thought
only
she
been
was
like-
16, but
She's
she's
I thought
still
she
15.
was like old or
No.
older.
Nah.
She's
She's
literally
still.
a child.
So she was
teenager.
13 on Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Time is passing, man.
She's not
Wow.
even
Oh
fucking
man,
16.
I just
But
saw.
she got her tits out. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, she got her tits out. Yeah, and she's getting exploited.
Wait, is
That's
this
what's
girl
going
only
on.
big in Florida or is she big like
She was
elsewhere?
on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
I know
That's
that,
how
but
she
I'm talking
got
about
big.
as what is her name? Bad Baby?
She's not like
Bahad.
big at all. She's just like she's underground because
She got a little.
She got a following.
She got a little
some
following.
buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a little following.
if she's able to go up against Iggy Azalea, that means she's going to be on the radio very soon.
Yep.
Lil Debbie
Hi,
is
bitch.
better.
Sorry.
But Lil Debbie
Jam.
is
I fuss with Lil Debbie.
is not on.
Yeah,
the
dude,
radar.
Bad Baby's only 15
No, you have to say it
years.
correctly. Bad
Bad
behavior.
Baby.
Bahad.
So
I hate this girl. She's 15 years old.
at
Yeah,
Cardi
she's a
B's
baby,
Fashion Nova event, which
So
first
That's
fucking-
aggressive.
first of all,
ratchet,
let's
That's aggressive.
let's just think
It's
about
very
this.
ratchet.
We know
Why
Cardi
wasn't I
B. Yeah,
invited?
it's the most ratchet event in town.
Fashion Nova's where you
I
get.
wish I was invited to the Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova's where all the thoughts get their clothes from.
She's just angrily
That's where
mad.
all the Instagram models are
Yep.
Instagram models
That's a
for.
Hayden.
Oh, so
Turbo thoughts.
I've got video of this.
Nova.
They're gonna be out this weekend. Classic.
I
Think
got
about that.
I got video of this
Are you
15-year-old
gonna be out
girl.
there?
Turbo
No.
Diesel.
Yeah,
thoughts.
the classics are the scariest times in Orlando.
Why?
Don't,
Seriously,
All
the
the Browns.
Really?
Don't
Yeah.
do that. It's
Yeah.
not. Don't.
It's
No,
not.
no,
No.
the
You mean
rims
traffic.
are way
The
too
traffic.
high and the traffic is
The traffic
way too
is
long.
terrifying.
Just because you don't got a don't, you gotta be hating, nigga. Like, just get your money up.
It is happening this weekend, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
going on
happening.
right now.
It's happening now.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
Let's
I
go to
could've got- I
let's
could've
go
got
to the
tickets.
Magic
It
Mall.
started
Are you going to
Wednesday.
Med Mall?
Yeah.
Let's go to the Magic
Nah,
Mall.
shut down. They got to close.
Hey, let's
Let-
all go to
They
the
all-
Riding Big Car Show
they all
on
in
Sunday.
line.
Let's do it.
Let's go to the
Actually,
Riding
I
Big
know
Car
Gonna
somebody
be
Show.
there
who's
this time?
tailgating tomorrow. Just tailgating all day.
Oh. So Danielle Bergoli, Bergoli,
Reality.
this bad baby. She threw a drink.
I found her on Instagram.
Bad baby.
She threw a drink on Iggy Azalea with the fattest ass and the cherriest red nipples.
It's the fakest
What?
ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Iggy Azalea has cherry red nipples and a fake fat ass.
Wait,
How do
first
you-
of all, her butt's not fake.
She's got
She
nudes,
been
dude.
had a big booty.
I've never seen no
Australian
cherry red
girls
nipples.
naturally have big booties. That's not meaning that
She
it's
got
not
big
fake. Look-
booty.
I gotta test this theory.
She's got
I don't
some
believe
attitude.
this shit.
Since,
You need to do some
You think she
research.
got? I don't
got a
know. It
little bit
wiggled too
attitude.
much.
It do. But that's because she
It
had
wiggled
some
too much.
originally. But I feel like she got a little bit more put on there.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, she has some. She has
I'm
some
gonna give
work
it to
done.
her. I'm gonna let her say.
Just
You gonna
a
give it to
little
her?
bit.
Yeah, I'm sure you will,
Give it to
Zav.
So
Yo. Shade.
so I guess
No shade, no shade. Come on, Zav.
I guess they've been
Space Boy Dandy. Sorry. You
I
can
guess they've
edit
been
out.
beefing on Instagram since, not beforehand. But she just threw up a glass of water on Iggy Azalea, and now they're
She
talking
threw
shit.
up a glass of water?
She threw a glass of
She
water.
didn't throw it up. That was
I heard threw up, bro.
I'm sorry, but yeah, she threw a glass of water on Iggy Azalea and didn't fight her. You know, they
Being a bigger adult.
well, because
Yeah,
it
being-
is a, would
One of
go to
them's a
jail.
kid, dude.
Yeah, no,
Iggy
it's
Azalea is
kid.
like twice her
But if
fucking
I was
size.
Iggy, I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna beat your mama's ass. I can't beat shit. I'll fight you.
Go straight to your motherfucking mama.
Oh,
bitch.
your mom,
But you gotta
stupid
remember,
bitch.
Danielle
where it hurts.
Bergoli would fucking beat her mom's ass.
That was all staged.
I don't think the whole thing was staged. I think it was half
Like
staged.
a piece of it probably was.
I
I
think
mean,
they
her
probably
mom
did fight.
clearly is
Her-
some sort of
her mo-
pussy punk bitch
No,
because
her
her
mom
child.
is also clearly a fucking crazy bitch.
because she exploited her child for money.
And she was trying to fight her daughter, like on
Yeah,
the
they
video.
were
Like she was
definitely
like,
swinging on each
yeah,
other.
she was trying to fight her daughter. She was like, "Oh, you want to fucking throw down?"
that's what any mother would say to their child trying to be like.
If
blunt
my
and shit.
kid
Like,
tried
I'll beat
to,
your
first
ass.
of all, my kid wouldn't try to get back with me.
You don't know
I mean,
that.
say that.
But
You
if
don't
they
know that,
did,
Jeff.
I'm
There's
not
gonna come
arguing
a day
with you. I'm
where
gonna just
like
slap him.
your daughter raises up at you like
I'm gonna just cat
I
slap
told
her.
y'all to go see that boy, and Zab was like, Zab's daughter's like, I'm going to see him anyway. And then like Zab stands there, and she like the daughter stands up. She gets in your face like, what are you gonna? You really gonna like?
No, she's not
hard
saying
down?
all that because I've already cat slapped her.
But you said you ain't gonna fight it. That's how it all starts. Yeah, that's how it all starts right there. Just a
Whoa,
little
Zab,
tap.
Zab, you're like
That was like a pimp slap.
Zab, you're like 50 at this point. Like your daughter's got,
Beat the
like,
shit out of her.
she's gonna beat the dog shit out of you.
No, she's not.
Yeah, okay. If
You got
osteoporosis,
Your bones are
your
gonna be brittle.
exactly. Yeah, osteoporosis.
Nah,
is
I'm
gonna
a
set in.
drink.
I think it's,
I'm gonna drink
She's got
plenty of
young-
milk.
It's gonna be like unbreakable.
I'm gonna drink all the milk.
You gotta start drinking milk now. You gotta prepare for the future.
It's
because
pronounced milk.
You gotta get the milk.
Oh, that's gonna yeah.
I know about the milk. So,
Okay.
Well, your daughter's gonna throw you downstairs. Just don't forget that. Let's get back on topic.
Anywho, wait, can I just say?
Yes.
Can I personally say that first of all, Iggy needs to get her life together. She needs to collect herself, reevaluate
Paint
what she's
her
even
nipples.
doing.
I'm glad you're
with her-
personally
regardless of the color of her nipples, she needs to
Disagree.
reevaluate all of her decisions recently.
I mean,
And
she dated Nick Young. I mean,
If she's
that
gonna
was a
keep her
mistake.
nipples cherry red,
We're not-
she doesn't
we're
need
not
to
talking
reevaluate
about her
anything.
nipples.
She doesn't need to
Because they're
reevaluate
irrelevant.
anything because it's a problem.
But her nipples don't have anything to
They're
do
like
with
little
the car.
pepperoni pieces.
Wow. First of all, that's rude as shit.
I mean, I like pepperoni pieces though.
Oh shit! I should
doesn't
order a
make it
pizza.
any better. She didn't ask you.
I didn't say anything.
Wait.
She
What
didn't
kind of
ask
pepperonis
you
we
if her
talking
nipples
about
look
here?
like pepperonis or not.
Oh,
What,
we know.
What kind of pepperonis are we talking about here?
We're talking about them Brooklyn style, nice and
Like,
fat.
Little pieces, little shredded up pieces.
Yeah, the little.
Shredded.
Yeah, you know, like
The
the,
little
little
slice
freezer
boys.
pizza.
Oh, you could be talking about the little tiny bit pepperonis you get on the school pizza, like
Nah,
the little
not
bite
those, not
size.
those.
That's what the
Lean
that's what the
cuisine,
nipple
pepperoni
is. The,
cuisine. Cuisine.
the areola looks like a little frozen pizza one, but then the nipple looks like a pepperoni chunk, like when you dice the
See,
pepperoni.
I'm gonna stop you
Okay,
right there.
gotcha.
I'm gonna stop you right there
Are you gonna?
because again, it's irrelevant. Okay,
I don't think it is at this
I
point.
think it definitely is
Boar's head is a
irrelevant.
really good pepperoni.
We're gonna move on from the conversation
No,
of
it is
the
relevant
nipples and
because
her.
you're out here talking about her questionable decisions. Well, that ties to her questionable decisions because the only reason we talking about her damn pepperoni nipples is because she putting them out there for us to fucking see. So you can shut the fuck up. So
Wow.
how about that?
Okay, just because she put her pepperoni nipples out there for you to see doesn't mean that you have a right to comment on
Yes, it
them.
does.
Yes, it
She put them
literally
out there.
does.
She did.
She
Yes,
put them out
yes,
there.
you do.
That
She put
literally-
them out
She
there
left
for the
the
sole
script.
purpose of attention.
Yes.
I put
If
my
you
nipples
put
out
shit
there
out-
because I want people to tell me.
Look
I
at
want,
me.
I want
Yes,
to
look
be
at
on.
me.
That's
Just
like with
because
Jill. That's like with Jill Scott.
Suck on the microphone.
From the
Yeah,
microphone.
the microphone.
First
Jill
of all,
Scott
leave
music
Jill
ain't
Scott
that.
alone.
She
She's
ain't
an
that good.
angel.
She
still
fucking
out
suck as an actor. I get it. She from Philly.
Damn.
Ooh.
Whole attack on
I get
Jill?
it. I get it. No, I like Jill
Whole
Scott.
attack
but-
on
Why are you
character.
coming for
Dude,
Jill?
let it out.
I like Jill Scott. I like Jill
It's
Scott.
Kanye right now.
Shut up, Brad. I like Jill Scott, but she was irrelevant. Like nobody knew she was touring or doing music or any of that shit until she did that video.
First of all,
Yeah, I forgot about Jill Scott.
And she
I
can't
didn't.
suck
I don't
dick
know who
anyway.
Jill Scott is.
I
Yeah,
didn't. Of
black
course
girl.
you don't.
It's okay.
You're not
AJ.
black.
I wouldn't
I told
expect
you
you
this.
to. Jill
We
Scott
gatekeeping.
is an angel. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. And I'm
That's what she
sorry
wanted.
Yeah.
that people weren't hip to her until this whole
Start
little.
sucking dick.
It
Yeah, I fuck with Jill
You just have
Scott.
some. You have some of your white Zav dial.
Some white
Is
guy.
that the owl?
But no, man.
No, but anyways, with Iggy, she just needs to not like argue with children because you look silly.
Issues.
End
Yeah.
up like
That's just kind of the
Cat
point
She
of
should
the
beat her
story.
ass, or end up
She'll-
like Cat
yeah,
Williams,
Cat
and get your ass beat by a
Yeah,
musical.
get choked out.
Don't do
That's probably
that.
what happened.
Don't do that.
Cat
I
Williams
can
got
see
put
that
in a rear
happening.
naked
though.
Because
choke
Iggy's
by some
area is not
15-year-old.
hood, but she did have to deal with
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Aboriginals.
did. A couple years back.
It's not
Look
really.
at that video, AJ. Look at the video of Cat Williams getting put in a rear naked choke.
Let's
by like
not.
a
No, wait, just
14-year-old,
not.
right?
Just
Choke
imagine that
nigga
image
out.
of like Bad Baby
Williams?
putting
Oh.
not like that fight, but with Bad Baby putting like Iggy Azalea
I want her to beat the shit out of her.
ground.
With two
Damn,
ponytails.
that's like
Flailing.
that's some WWE shit.
They both got high ponytails.
They gotta sell that at home.
That's a cage match.
Yeah, that's
bro.
pay per view. That's pay per view.
So I really think 15-year-old Danielle Bergoli would win that because she's actually hood.
Daniel.
Danny.
Young Danny.
That's Florida spawn.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
Florida.
We all come out the womb ready to
Yeah,
fight.
she's from Florida.
But Iggy is Australian.
That bitch is.
Which is
No,
Florida
no.
is America's
Australians are
Australia.
soft. Australians are soft. They just drink a lot.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah. He got put in a chokehold. Well, he sucker punched the kid. He sucker punched the kid.
Soften them up. You gotta soften them up
Tom
first.
Moore.
We're talking about you.
No,
Tom
Cat
Moore.
Williams sucker punched the kid, and the kid put him in a chokehold.
Wait, why did he punch the kid?
Look,
He was
they,
high on crack.
No, the kid was talking
He
shit.
did.
the kid was like,
No,
did
no, the
look
kid was
high on
talking
crack.
shit. The kid was talking
No,
shit.
You saw him punch
No,
a
but he
kid,
actually
dude. It's
looked.
a kid.
He
That
actually
kid looked
looked
like he was
high
like
on crack.
18.
Yeah.
But that kid was like.
But also, Cat Williams is like 4'2".
That
so-
kid looked like he was 18. That
Yeah,
nigga
so
was
it made it
14.
seemed like a fair fight to me, honestly.
It was a fair fight.
But
Age.
Cat Williams did
It's
look
not.
like he was high on crack. I will say that.
Wait, you
No,
think
no,
I
this
noticed-
is-
you think the kid has an advantage?
I fuck with
No.
Cat Williams, but in all of his specials, he's just extra sweaty. like cocaine sweat, just like very.
It's raining, sleazy.
He's a very drippy.
He's a
boy
very
in that-
sweaty
in those
man.
specials. He's just dripping.
It's just not. It's not appropriate to like fight children. But I will
Is it
say,
not?
I mean, that
I'll
teacher
say if a
recently.
kid.
Hold on.
if a
Sam,
kid-
I
wait,
worked-
wait, wait,
Yeah.
I worked
wait.
at the Boys and Girls Club, and
Yeah.
I met a couple kids that I wanted to get a beats to.
I was gonna say though, if there is a
Trying
kid,
me.
like maybe like if there's a teenage kid, I wouldn't say fight them. Maybe throw something at them. Like
That's what my dad did.
you're not directly fighting the kid, but you're like,
By proxy.
you know, just slow them down a little bit.
I'd fight a kid.
The invisible
You
war.
would?
Yeah, until a kid swing on you, then what you gonna do?
'Cause
Yeah, then you don't want to beat the shit out of the kid.
Nah, there was a teacher that did that
Off
recently.
I had to body slam a kid at the
Look,
Boys and Girls Club
it
for
get-
trying to fight me.
It got George
how
Zimmerman.
old
It
was
could
the
get me.
kid?
Then what?
Like he was in high school. Shut up. Shut up.
One of the Boys and Girls Club?
he was. I'm not gonna tell you where. I just worked at a Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
But he was old. He was in high school. He was like 15.
His name is Milton.
And I'm like, yo, you got. I'm like, bro, you gotta leave.
Take a shot.
And so he squared up with me. So he tried to swing. I ducked, and he tried to rush me. So I just picked him up, and I like
Oh,
body slammed him
into
on the
this
table.
balcony.
I just
Off the
body
top rope.
slammed him.
You
and
punch
then-
him?
No, I didn't punch him. I didn't need to. I body.
Allegedly.
I could have.
You could have got like a free punch off
You should've
after you
kicked
hit
him.
him.
Yeah, you could have beat
No,
the
well,
fuck
you
out
see,
of
the
that
thing
kid.
was, he used to be fucked up because we used to let the kids fight.
Damn.
Ooh.
Like,
We
y'all
used
had
to
like
let
a-
them fight.
That's
Wow.
I'm like, yo, I'm
weird.
like,
Did you put money on it?
one time.
Don't say
But
Oh no.
there was a thing where
Oh no.
because I worked there, like it was me and another dude. Everybody else was girls. So when there was some serious shit would go down, they come get us they run and find us from wherever we are in the building, come try to bring up a fight. And I remember there was these two, because we had like high schoolers there, like these two football kids was up there and they were
Oh no.
Sensitive ass
like
mic.
throwing blows, like
Yeah.
real punches at each other and like taking them like men. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
they're good. I'm not going in there. And then my boss just called the police.
Oh,
And then that was it.
The police got called.
Yeah, like this is a terrible situation.
why,
like,
why
y'all
are they
pay
trying
me
to
enough
put
to
these
break up
like
no damn
At-risk
fight.
youths into jail.
Don't do
I ain't
that
had
to
nothing
the
to do with
children.
that. I was like, yo, that's fucked up.
Well, no, okay,
But
listen.
you're not gonna punch me in the face.
Okay, but
not for
see,
not for $10.
listen, you could have did more.
You should have
Shut up.
helped
No,
those
fuck,
children,
no.
DJ.
What
You could have done more.
Everybody
You shoulda-
says that.
You could have been the big brother. or
That's
big
what the,
sister.
that's what
I
the money
did,
the
you
Boys
know,
and Girls Club is.
we
You
got
should
the
have
bad
beat
Or
that
you
kid's
would've-
ass. You should
You're
have beat
supposed
that
to.
kid's ass and let him know who fucking runs shit.
Who's the real boss?
Look,
No, you're supposed to let them know that violence
That's why
is
you
not
drop your
the
phone.
What the hell was
answer.
You
that?
should have knocked that.
I did.
motherfucker
That's
out.
it's on the. It's
It's
like
not
it's
the
like
answer.
on the core thing is like no violence is tolerated here. Yet
Yeah,
Niggas
we will
don't
watch
blow.
you fight.
me, I'm not getting in the middle of that shit.
So-
I'm not.
Listen,
throwing no
I
punches.
get where he's coming from.
Like they don't pay me to break up fights.
They
I
do
feel you.
actually because
And if I like really
You're
like if
paid
I
to
really
work
fight
there.
you, then I lose my job.
Just because you work there doesn't mean you have to break up a
yeah,
fight.
like there was I never get my manager.
but you're there to like watch over the kids and stuff. No.
yeah, we're there to watch.
Okay,
over
so
them.
if they're fucking
we made
fighting,
sure that no
and
one
you're
else
just-
got involved, but
You beat their ass.
Yeah, I'm not getting fucking knocked
well,
out.
you're not doing your job if they ended up fighting.
I mean, he was
Zach,
the catalyst
I
for
kinda-
this
I
happening in the
kinda
first
see where
place.
Zab's coming from.
Zab's a concerned mother. I get it, but no, that's not how it went down. Like,
No, but that's fair, though.
This
That's
is
fair. She-
anybody at
she
any
makes a good
job,
point.
right? Like,
No,
no matter
not
where you
any-
work.
Not
no,
any job.
I'm just no.
If
If
job's dealing with kids, you can't
Yeah,
have them
well,
fighting.
they were teenagers.
They were the older
Oh,
blacks.
so
At-risk
Oh,
you draw a line at
For instance,
teenager.
like, all right, that's like listen to this.
Teenagers are the
Robert
dumbest kids
All
of
right.
them all.
Like,
At-risk
All right,
youths.
so according to you, let's say this is in like high school, and the teacher is elderly, like she's pregnant or some shit, and the two dudes start fighting in her classroom. Is she supposed to fucking break that up?
No, because they're not going to have an old lady
No.
teaching that class.
And
You don't
she should
know
be
that.
able to
Yeah.
have,
Yeah,
be able
that
to get in
doesn't
contact
happen.
with
You can't
someone
choose
who's
the
not
teacher.
elderly
It's
and
not
pregnant.
Fallout.
Are you kidding, dude? There's like all these shortages at schools with rambunctious children.
And
Look, all I'm
And-
saying is,
That's what I'm saying. People
I'm
don't
not
go and
paid to
teach
go
those
fight.
schools. You know, like
I'm
it's the
not
same
paid
shit.
to go fight. Like I'm not fighting no kid.
I might fight a kid.
I'll
Depends on
fight
how
a
old the kid
now.
is.
It's all about what you perceive as a threat.
Can't fight kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's like a
Also,
12-year-old who's
for
no,
interpretation
like
at that point,
I had
like
a
the
story
dolphins.
about
if it's
I
like a
had
12-year-old who's built like DJ, I'm gonna be a little scared.
Exactly. You can't delineate based on age or based on like these absolute qualifiers. You got to look at you got to assess a threat when it comes to you.
I mean, yeah, sure. If it's this big ass fucking
We had there was some-
9-year-old.
I'm saying like we had a kid. We had a kid who was and Kutre knows this story, who was fucking 8 years old, but he was almost as tall as like Javaris and Dave.
Wow.
Seriously.
that's too big.
This man got
And,
held
and
back.
at 8 years old, this kid already had a rape charge.
Oh no!
No
Whoa!
fucking way.
I'm not even
Whoa.
for like feeling on like little boys and shit.
Oh,
I
no.
kid you not. This is a real story. And like we used to have to watch. He was like, "Yo, keep your eye on this." I'm not gonna say his name or nothing. So well, keep your eye on him on such and such because he couldn't be left alone. And like with the younger we had age groups from like 6 to 7, 8 to 10, and then like 11 to 13 or 14 or whatever. And like those are the age groups we had. And it was like, yo, don't ever let him be there with the 6 and 7-year-olds by the like in a room because
Why is it your responsibility?
Okay.
well we found out like they that
His
incident
charge
happened.
came through.
It didn't happen with us. It happened like at a school.
Yeah, before this is before.
So then they had to like
You know
let
the
us
guy
know
too?
like, hey, don't
I did
let
not.
him.
I'm just assuming.
Anyway, so we used to have to always like keep an eye out for him because like yo, make sure hey he's sitting too close to that kid. Hey yo, move. Yo, break up. Go play.
Oh no!
Break it up because it was
That's-
that kind
Go
of.
play.
Was he that predatory? Like an
I mean-
8-year-old boy was like that. He was the size of Javaris.
At the time,
Fucking
at the time,
predatory.
Is that predatory? I think someone should have investigated his parents.
Somebody
Well,
should
they
have put
did.
that
They-
kid in a
Somebody should have
cage.
investigated
They did.
him.
They did court-
Yeah.
Everything.
No, it was a big thing. This is like before I started working there, but it was like they had to call a cop. Like the cops came up there to the.
He's fucking
to
fighting the cops.
Now at this time,
Imagine
this
Javaris
time,
fighting the cops.
at this time, he's like 7 or 6 or 7 at this time.
Damn.
You know, and okay, some people might disagree with me with this, but
As you spin
There's
your
with
wine.
this-
Probably not a very popular opinion.
That is spinning
Right off the
wine.
bat, you're gonna no, yeah.
but I honestly think
Housewife.
there's some people who are just kind of born bad. Like, I mean, I don't know, like
Bad.
that little doing shit.
Born
But then
bad.
again, I don't really know that kid, and I don't know the specifics of their situation. I don't know.
I mean, I don't
It's like
think
the kid
I
was
mean,
He's getting
Raised.
rape charges
He
for
was
touching
I
a
little
don't-
decent
boys.
kid. Like he was, but he,
What?
It was just no. I mean, like
Not for his
Wait,
actions.
So was he a,
Dude said he
was
caught a
he a
rape
predator or not?
no, like no.
Blurring the lines.
Like he used to play. He used to play football and stuff, and he was good.
Okay.
Oh,
For the
no,
NFL?
no.
For the
That's not what I'm
NFL?
trying to say.
He was a predator.
No, this is listen. This when I first started. Like,
Open
I
and shut
didn't.
case.
They didn't tell me that like instantly.
Football.
They didn't tell me like, hey, this kid's like a rapist. Like, watch out. It was like after, like it was like I had been working
Gets
there
to figure it out by himself.
for like a couple weeks. I had been
Oh,
working
no.
there, and then my boss came up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, like we got like, all right, you know, such and." She brought me in the office like, "You know, such and such." I go, "Yeah," and I thought I was like, "Yo, did I say something like what? Like I don't, you know, what did I do?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay, well, there's a certain way, like you know, like there was an incident with him and another kid, and that you know we've been instructed through the authorities to keep an eye out, you know, and it's." That's you know
House arrest.
that's the conditions
Why
for
was
him
he
to
even
come
allowed?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
like, why did you
saying,
leave
dude.
him at
Because
home?
nothing happened
Keep that
at nothing
nigga at
happened on
home.
our-
What do you mean?
So-
nothing happened at the boys. And
So
Girls
this man
Club.
can basically
Oh,
jump the
okay.
border and still come to y'all place,
This
even
was
though this
at-
happened at the school.
Yeah, they didn't ban him from it. You know,
He
it was-
should have been banned.
No,
He
he should
but he
have.
said it didn't
Yeah, that's what I'm
happen.
saying.
But it didn't happen.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a dumb
Yeah,
clause.
if it happened there, like if he was feeling on kids and shit there, then that's an incident. That
But how do you know it didn't happen?
Nobody
But
said
wait,
I
if
don't
he
care.
had,
I don't know.
if,
I wasn't
but
there
if
at the
the, but I'm saying like if the authorities are telling me that
Well, there was an incident at the school, and they investigated it, and then they went, you know, when they passed the knowledge on to, you know, the other the after school care entities.
After school care entities?
Yeah,
and then
the
entities.
ASCs.
and then they
So
went
what you're
from
saying
there.
is this child should have been investigated more.
I'm not
He's a
saying
6-year-old kid. He's not. He's not
Hey,
Raping.
that was the
He's a
worry.
Chuck Case. He's fucking
He's a
raping
serial rapist.
The worry was
Gotta get him
that
off the streets.
the worry was that he would get a little kid like off to himself, you know, and like there was a for like after like there was, I don't know, like there was something where the boss was like, all right, well he has to, like if he needs to go to the bathroom, like y'all need to keep account and make sure that like
At this point, I just
taking a
way too much
hostage.
work
At
for
this
me.
point,
Yeah.
this
I'm
child
gonna find
cannot
other
be
boys.
here.
There's other
I'm
boys
just
that gonna
like-
come down the street.
For real.
Check that one out.
I just came for
like-
this check,
A
man.
lot better.
Nah.
Just came for this check.
Oh
Send
shit!
that nigga
It's-
home.
Try the YMCA, buddy.
Correctional
you know?
officer
So
right
then
now.
we had this mongoloid kid.
Oh, come on, you can't say that.
I can't say that.
No,
No, you can't.
this ain't MTV, man.
Where's this, the 50s?
I kind of feel like you can
There was
say
still
that.
segregation.
Anyway,
when
this
that
is-
word, dog.
Anyway, no, you're beside the point. Anyway, this kid
No.
was 18. He was doing summer camp.
And what was he again?
Shut up, I'm not saying that. And this kid was, well, let's just say he was special.
To be fair, he said mongoloid. I'm
Shut
like,
up.
Oh, no, come on. No.
I think it can fly.
And basically,
I don't
he
think
went,
so.
like, all right, he was 18, but he was, like, special. So he was 18, but he really wasn't.
Right, I got
18.
you.
And we had a,
Okay.
and this is with kids with cell phones. Like, I can imagine
Shapeshifter.
what this shit is now, where they got social media and DMs and all this shit. So he had a cell phone,
Talking
basically.
about special needs kids
Yeah.
on fucking DMs.
So basically, no. So he was talking to this
sliding into
girl.
those special needs DMs.
He was talking to this girl who was like 11, but she had a cell phone. And basically, he sent her like dick pics.
No.
And, it was we had to kick him out. It was like a
Well,
whole thing.
yeah, him, because it probably happened at the Boys and Girls Club this time.
Oh, so
well,
wait,
yeah,
y'all
we're
kick
going to
him
summer
A
out,
lot of crazy
but
shit
y'all don't
happened
kick
at
the
the
little
Boys and
rapist
Girls.
out? I'm confused.
Zav, just drink your wine, okay? Don't worry about the specific. We already went over this.
No.
I don't look. I wasn't the shot caller at the time. I don't know. He
Okay,
was
so
there.
this other
I just
kid-
did my job.
Wait, so DJ, what would you have done?
You get the fuck out of here, bro. You can't be touching on babies and kids. You gotta get the fuck. You can't be touching on kids.
Was it on babies?
No,
There
it
were no
was,
babies.
They're all
No.
babies.
They're all babies.
They're all
in our
babies
eyes.
in Jesus'
Yeah, we're all God's children.
All right.
Well, that's
So,
weird for
Okay.
you to say.
so
But
we're in hour 5. That I like the way it turned.
That was.
I don't. I'm actually kind of uncomfortable.
It went
That
in
is
a
very
couple-
mad.
Stories
The note
from the
we left
Boys and
off
Girls
on.
Club.
Yeah.
Zab is spinning her wine like the president.
Just
The
remember,
female
they're
president from.
I was.
House
they're
of
like
Cards.
5'3", 5'4", 8-year-old kids out there fucking around with 6-year-old boys. So if you got
Oh
a
my
kid, watch
God.
out.
Oh my gosh! If you
Don't send your kids to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, dude,
Don't
I
do
would
that.
not. Yeah, I would not wish that on my worst enemies.
have you ever seen that one episode of Boondocks with Lamilton?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
One
that's
of my favorite.
that was based on a
episodes.
real. That was based on a real guy.
Yeah, Letarian Milton.
Yeah.
Terry Milton.
Yeah, he smokes with cigarettes.
Not a girl.
So,
Good times.
who's gonna send us off tonight? Since you're both here, like, are you gonna? How are we gonna do this?
What do you mean?
Got tag team.
There's 5 of us here.
I mean, like,
But you
Say the
you-
thing.
Oh, take care, brush your hair.
And wear clean underwear.
So cute.
Nah,
you know, yeah.
piece of me died.
I'm glad I'll keep it.
Oh God.